An airport employee demonstrates the COVID test incoming international passengers can volunteer to take.
And you'll roll it again 3 times.
2 mouth swabs, 2 nose swabs, repeated twice more while quarantined at home. For the next month, every sample will be lab tested for any trace of the coronavirus.
We think it's a good time to re-ask the question, do we need a long quarantine? Could testing allow us to shorten quarantine?
Depending on the study results, it could be a relief for many international travelers, some who have to quarantine for up to a month, 2 weeks on either end of a trip.
But I do think that reducing the quarantine, at least to a shorter period, might help. I think a lot of people just can't like I'm here for 18 days. I only really have 4 to explore.
Yeah, it was totally fine. It was just a swab. It took 5 minutes and it was done.
Not uncomfortable?
No, not at all.
You know, we want to sort of get involved in studies such as these, just to help provide data and evidence and hopefully, you know, provide alternatives.
The National Airlines Council of Canada forecasts 2020 will be the worst year in commercial aviation. Air travel in Canada in June was down 94% from the same time last year, in large part due to the quarantine requirements.
It is the foundation of us getting a solid grasp on the whole pandemic.
Independent aviation analyst Rick Erickson says until there's a vaccine, testing is the industry's best hope.
I mean, they've got to be every bit as nimble as they can to try to attract passengers.
The health of Canadian airlines may depend on their passengers being willing to swab. Carolyn Dunn, CBC News, Calgary.